Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be testing a bunch of Huda Beauty makeup. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's either Huda or Huda Beauty. Yeah, basically, you guys I'm sure will all know who she is. I have only really tested out before metallic liquid lipstick from her and also a pair of lashes, but I've never tried any of her eyeshadows or highlighters or anything, so in this video I'm testing out a bunch of her makeup. I did actually ask you guys on my Instagram stories whether you guys wanted to see this video of me testing out her makeup, and the majority of you, I think it was like 94% of you, said yes, so that is what today's video is going to be. I know that I often do a lot of drugstore stuff, but you guys also seem to like my opinions on higher end products and whether I think they're any good and stuff like that, so this is going to be a 100% honest review. This video is not sponsored in any way. Okay, so the first thing that I have to test is one of her eyeshadow palettes. I have never tried any Huda Beauty like eyeshadows before. First off, it's absolutely tiny. This is one of the miniature palettes which I believe she's just launched. This one in particular is the Mauve Obsessions palette, and if you open it up it looks like, oh, it looks like this. So I have swatched a couple of the shades just on my hand already, and the formula, I have to say, feels gorgeous so far. I haven't put any of these on my eyes, but this is what the palette looks like. It does have a little mirror, and in all honesty, when I saw how small this was, I was like, oh my goodness, like I thought the eyeshadows were literally going to be like the size of this on the box, but then when you open it, the eyeshadows are actually like a really decent size, and I think this would be such a good little travel palette. You get 9 different colours, and obviously this one is more kind of berry themed. I like the little magnetic closure, because if you have long nails like me, you know the struggles of trying to open packaging, like the plastic packaging, with your nails. And also I really like that she's put a mirror in here. Even though it's so small, this mirror is definitely big enough to, like, you know, do your makeup on your travels, so the only downside to this palette is it's £25, which is quite pricey, but to be fair, I think I would rather spend £25 on a really good quality little mini eyeshadow palette that's really easy to travel with than spend like £45, or is it £50? Actually, I think our big palette is like £56 or something. It's very, very expensive, so I would rather like spend 25 on a palette which has got like more narrowed down shades, because most of the time in an eyeshadow palette I don't use every single shade, so they just feel so gorgeous. I'm gonna swatch the 3 shimmers first, and then the others are mattes. Oh my god, they are just so like smooth and creamy. I'm pretty sure this one and that one there are her kind of foiled eyeshadow textures. They're a little bit more crumbly than the one in the middle. And then let's do a couple of the mattes as well. The mattes actually feel like, some of them feel like a different texture. The dark red one feels very dry, whereas the 2 in the middle feel really like creamy and smooth, so I guess with darker colours they're like harder to formulate and stuff. Okay, so the mattes are swatching a bit patchy on my hand, but then I never go off hand swatches because you don't know what they're going to turn out like on your eyes. Let's just wipe my hand off on my tracksuit bottom. Also, quickly before I start this, just because I feel so bare without any highlight on my face, I also have the Huda Beauty Winter Highlighter Palette, and this one is £40. I was so gutted that when I opened this up, one of them was smashed. The top right shade, which is called Arctic Glow, was like completely broken, but because these are so creamy and smooth, I don't know if you can see, I managed to smush it back together. This one doesn't have a mirror, which I am a little bit disappointed about, but then for me I'd rather have a mirror in my eyeshadow palette than my highlighter palette. Is that just me? The packaging on the front is gorgeous. It has this like reflective bit on her cheeks and her lips and her eyes, which I think looks really cool, and then it has like hollow in the background, like this rainbow hollow thing that it's quite hard to kind of pick up on camera, but it looks really cool. I like the packaging, and again it's like the magnetic closure. I know for a fact that I won't use the cream one because I just don't like cream highlighters. They don't go on very well with me. The cream one is very, very subtle. It's kind of got like a pink shift to it. These are like, they feel so kind of, well, they feel creamy, but they're a powder, but they're so pigmented. Like, can you see that? That yellow one in particular is so, like, it's so pigmented. This one is the Winter Highlighter Palette. She does have some more normal shades, but this one is just the crazy coloured one. If you're wondering, in the UK you can get this stuff from Cult Beauty. They did very kindly send it to me as a PR package, but they didn't ask me to make a video or anything. With the PR packages that I get, it's completely up to me whether I even want to mention them at all. I think I'm going to try Arctic Glow first, which is the blue kind of one. Okay, so it's definitely a more like editorial shade. It's not really like an everyday kind of colour. I'm just going to dip into Winter Rose, which is the pink one. I don't really think I could wear the shade Northern Lights because it's very, very yellow and I just don't really think it'll work on my skin, but I'm going to try the pink one. I'm kind of scared to like rub my brush in there because they're very kind of creamy feeling. It's quite hard to get it to actually pick up on your brush, like on your finger, because they are so creamy, it picks up so well. But then as soon as you like dip your brush in it, I feel like this particular brush isn't picking up the product that well. Like, I don't know, I'm going in there quite a few times. I'm just going to add a bit of Frosted Kiss to this side as well, just to even them up a little bit. Although they're quite brightly coloured, from the front I feel like you can't really tell, but then when I turn my head to the side you can see the kind of pinky and like blue kind of shift to them, but they don't look like big stripes on your face, which is something that I was actually really worried about, so I'm quite happy about that. I also forgot to mention, if you guys want me to test out the foundation, then let me know because I can try and get my hands on it. Okay, so my overall thoughts on this palette, personally for me, I don't think this is worth the money, just this kind of colour scheme in particular, just because firstly there's one of the shades in here which is a cream, which I would honestly like never use just because I don't really get along with cream eyeshadows, cream highlighters, but then again that's a personal preference. And then the other shades, this one is too dark for my skin tone. I think the pink is just about verging on okay. I do quite like a pinky toned highlighter sometimes, but I think this one is just a bit too like pink for my skin tone. It's very pretty if you're into this type of thing, and if you guys think that you will like this, then definitely go for it because the highlighters are nice quality and stuff, but I just, yeah, it's just not my favourite. So I'm going to try and use most of the colours in this palette. I'm going to start off with the matte kind of cream colour, and I'm just taking a brush by Backstage Beauty. And I'm just going to put this all over my lid. That shade is basically the exact same colour as my skin tone. And then going to take the middle shade, which is a matte kind of medium brown. And I'm just picking up some of this. And I'm just going to run that through my crease. I have seen so much hype about the Huda Beauty like rose gold palette and stuff. So I'm assuming that these eyeshadows are the same quality because they're by the same brand. I have to say, this colour didn't come out as dark as I thought it would by looking in the pan, but it is blending very nicely. And as you guys know, sometimes I like my eyeshadows to be a bit more buildable rather than be like intense in one go, because then I struggle to blend it out because my skin is so fair. Let me just try it with another brush. This is the brush from the Anastasio Palette. Okay, so this brush definitely picked up more product, but I love how soft this brush is. Okay, I'm then going to take this pink colour here. I want there to be a really nice kind of transition between the different shades because I'm going to be using some quite dark shades in a minute. Ooh, that's nice. This eye always goes wrong. There's always a patch that just doesn't want to blend. Every single video. And then just taking a clean brush and I'm just going to blend out the edges. Okay, I'm then going to take this colour here, which is a dark burgundy red colour, and I'm going to work this onto the outer corners of my eye and also through my crease. This particular red colour is a little bit more flaky and dry and like, I don't know, it's a little bit more patchy than the others I'm feeling. Yeah, this one's definitely a little bit more patchy, but I know that these kind of dark reddy purple colours are really difficult to formulate in eyeshadow palettes, but then it does give a really gorgeous colour and it just takes a little bit more working with. Like, it still looks really pretty. Okay, I'm then going to take the darkest purple colour, which is this one right here. I think I'm going to choose this one over this one because this one is a bit more cool toned. Oh my god, that was a lot. That blended a lot nicer than I thought it would, but it is super pigmented, so you literally need the tiniest bit. And I think this brush is a bit risky because it's quite a big brush. Okay, let's blend out those edges. I can just never get the perfect blend. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of that same colour. I'm going to pack a bit more onto my outer corner and my inner corner. And then we're gonna blend. Okay, then for the shimmer shades, I'm gonna take some of this one right here, the berry colour, and I'm gonna try this on a brush, but I think she says that her shimmers work best with a finger. And I'm just gonna put this onto my eyelid. Yeah, okay, that literally, it looked like it was coming out and then it just stopped. I swear my brush just ate that eyeshadow. I'm gonna try a different brush. I'm gonna try the brush that I used to clean up my brows and just see if this will pick up a bit more. Okay, so it definitely picked up some, but half of that just fell onto my lap, so I think I am gonna take my finger because I think these are her textured eyeshadows. Yeah, it works so much better with your finger, and oh my god, that is stunning. But a little goes a long way. I definitely feel like I've gone too heavy on this eye with that. Oh, I've just noticed it is all over my face. Let's try and clean up that crease a little bit. I was gonna do a cut crease, but I kind of couldn't be bothered, but now I'm trying to like create one with a brush. Should have put some concealer down first. I'm now just gonna take the lighter shade, which is this one right here, and I'm just gonna put this on the very center. This one is very light. Okay, I've given up on this trying to look like a cut crease because it just doesn't. So I'm just gonna blend over those edges. Okay, so that is gorgeous. And then I'm gonna take the palest shimmer. I'm gonna try and put some of this on my inner corners. These really just don't like being used with brushes. That kind of worked, but I kind of just made a mess. And then just taking a bit of the shimmer shade that I haven't used, the pink one, and I'm just gonna run a bit of this along the inner part of my lower lash line. I'm just gonna add some eyeliner and mascara off camera, and then I will come back to do the lashes and the lips. I am gonna use some of the Huda Beauty lashes in a second, but first I wanna put something on my lips just because they are feeling like they need some product on them. So I have tried 2 of the Huda Beauty metallic liquid lipsticks before, but I've never tried any of her original ones. And I have here the minis, which are so cute. This is the Browns edition, and these are quite expensive. I think for a full-size Huda Beauty liquid lipstick it's £18, but for these mini ones it's £33 for 4. Let me just get them out and show you guys. They do have really nice packaging. The packaging is like glass, I think. Wait, no, I think it's just frosted plastic, but it feels kind of cold. I think the lids might be metal or something. Probably not a good idea. So we have these shades Trendsetter, Vixen, Spice Girl, and Flirt. Just to decide, oh. They're very liquidy. What I loved when I tried the liquid lipsticks before, the metallic ones, is they are such a thin, comfortable formula. So this is the shade Trendsetter. I think this is the lightest one. We then have the shade Flirt, which is much more of a cool brown. This one kind of reminds me of MAC Stone. And oh my goodness, the formula of these ones are exactly the same as the metallics that I tried before. We then have the shade Spice Girl. If I just try and show you on my hand, the formula of them is so thin. Did you see that? I don't even know if that appeared. We then have the shade Vixen, which I think is the darkest. And this one is a dark vampy red colour. So I think I'm going to go for the first shade that I swatched, which is this terracotta nude colour, which is called Trendsetter. Like, do you see? They're so like watery almost. One thing that I do find, because they are so liquidy, I do actually find it a little bit difficult to get like such a crisp line, because if you shake a little bit it will like pick up, because it's like it just glides over so easily. But then in a sense that is a good thing, because this is kind of orange and my eyes are pinky purple. I don't really think that colour works with this, but oh my goodness. Okay, now that it's dried, okay, it's not completely fully dry, but hopefully you guys can see, I really hope it's coming across on camera, that these are like the most moisturizing liquid lipstick I've ever used. They are not sticky, they're not dry and crumbly, like they feel so nice, and they don't make your lips look gross, like they make your lips still look moisturized. You know what, I think I am gonna go for the dark color, which is called Vixen. They do have a pretty strong sweet smell, so if you don't like sweet smells, you are most likely not gonna like this. I managed to do both my lips using just like the one dip, so that is a very good thing. In terms of the liquid lipsticks, I absolutely love them. So finally, onto the lashes. I have 2 pairs of lashes here. I have the Giselle number 1 and Harmony number 17. The Harmony ones are called Easy Lash, and they're split up into like 4 pieces. Okay, so the Giselle lashes are £12.50. The Harmony lashes are a bit more expensive. These ones are £15.50. I'm pretty sure these are gonna be way too big for my eyes, and then if you don't use all of the chunks, you've kind of like not got the right shape, if that makes sense, because there's like an inner corner bit and an outer corner bit. Although it's supposed to make it easier, I just think I will end up with like wonky bits of lash everywhere, because I can't like line them up properly, if that makes sense. And for the first time ever today, I'm using the Benefit Invisible Lash Glue because this is latex free and I think I'm allergic to my Duo Lash Glue, so hopefully this one does not sting my eyes. They feel very, very lightweight and they're very easily movable, which is a good sign. I'm not sure about this Benefit Lash Glue. It feels really, really gloopy. Okay, I take back what I said about the lash glue. Because it was so gloopy, it was really, really sticky. So my lashes have just like stuck on so easily. Oh my god, yeah, I really like those lashes. They look so pretty. Okay, so my lash glue is still drying, but I just want to give you a close-up of the eyes. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. My thumb is stuck up my sleeve. I will link where you can get the products from down below. Like I said, you can get them from Cult Beauty in the UK. I think in the US you can get them from Sephora. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, I would love it so much if you would subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!